What's up, Timus here. With only murders in the building, out on returning on Hulu, now, and of course with with Match Game also returning on Wednesday. Uh, since both do have Mars Short in them, I decided to go ahead and do my top 10 favorite Mars Short film and TV projects because he's obviously always great. Whether he's done comedies and or obviously, you know, his SNL days, he's always great. And so here is my official top 10. All right. Number 10 is more of a like 10 and 9 are technically both live televised events. Number 10 is Beauty and the Beast: A Dirty Celebration. Now, this was actually a really fun little hybrid live action thing they did during ABC's special celebrating Disney's classic Beauty and the Beast. And I actually thought like the televised and stage production here was really cool. You have Mars Short, who portrayed the role of Lumiere, who's of course charming, the charming, candlestick guy who obviously performs the iconic song of "Be Our Guest." You also had some other fun supporting players here too. Obviously, you had her portraying the role of Belle, Josh Groban as Beast. You of course had David Allen Greer as the role of Cogsworth. Rizwan Majid played LeFou. Some really decent supporting players. I mean, the event special was pretty fun. I really like how they incorporated the animation in it and live action stuff. It's a really fun one if you guys have seen that. Number 9 is another live televised event that he did, and that is Hairspray Live. Now, of course, here you have Mars Short who plays Wilbur Turnblad, who's Tracy's loving but quirky father here. His fun duet, "Timeless" to me with Harvey Fierstein is really was a highlight, one of the highlights of the broadcast. I mean, obviously the character has been portrayed on screen by Jerry Stiller and Chris Walken, but I still think Chris Walken's portrayal is a little better. But Mars Short definitely was a highlight of this. I mean, Hairspray Live obviously also had like Millie Balio, as Tracy, of course Harvey Fierstein, Jennifer Hudson, some great supporting players, and Mars Short really stood out with the crowd there. All right, number 8 is Treasure Planet. Now, Treasure Planet, of course, is like one of Disney's most underappreciated films because it actually bombed in the box office at that time. This is, of course, a reimagining of Treasure Island, where young Jim Hawkins joins a spaceship voyage to find the legendary Treasure Planet. Mars Short, of course, voices Ben, who's a zany and scattered brain robot left on Treasure Planet here, and he actually adds some really fun comic relief to the character. Of course, you had other good voices like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Emma Thompson. The animation's pretty decent. Again, very underrated, if you will. It's a really decent one worth giving a go there. All right, number 7 is Jungle Chujunga. Now, Jungle Chujunga, of course, stars Tim Allen, Mara Short, Sam Huntington. And here, of course, you have like Tim Allen, who plays a workaholic businessman who travels to Amazon to finalize a divorce, only to discover he has a teen son who was raised in the jungle. And here you got Mars Short, who plays like his business partner of Tim Allen's character. He's very obnoxious about the chaos the jungle race kid brings to their lives. It is a fun fish out of water type film. I mean, it's a really hilarious one, I'll say at least. Number 6 is Mars Attack. Now here you got Mars Short, who plays the White House press secretary, who actually gets himself killed after foolishly trying to deduce an alien that was described as a human woman, and his like little death scene is pretty hilarious throughout. I mean, Mars Attacks is great. Of course, based on like a couple of cards here. Obviously, you got Jack Nixon as the president of the United States. Danny DeVito was in this. Glenn Close. I mean, it's of course like a really fun B movie camp with a really star-studded cast. Of course, Tim Burns, directed this. He did a good job. Mars Attacks is a really cool one. And Mars Short definitely has some fun moments in this one, and a fun death scene too, really. Alright. Number 5 is Only Murders in the Building. Now, of course, the show first premiered back in 2021. Reteaming Steve Martin and Martin Short, obviously working together on Father Bride and all. Uh, Here he plays Oliver Putnam, who's a flamboyant Broadway director whose like career has seen like better days, and Martin Short, who by the way is actually dating Meryl Streep now, so that's pretty cool. Of course, Meryl Streep, makes appearances on this. She's hilarious in like her guest appearances. Only Murders in the Building is great. I mean, a really fun like murder comedy here. The chemistry between the two Martins and Selena Gomez is great. And also really cool to see that Mars Short and Steve Martin both co-hosted SNL a few years back. That was cool too. I mean, obviously he had some really fun guest appearances, but the whole show is definitely the chemistry between the two leads, and it's a really good one. Alright. Number 4 is Three Amigos. Now this of course stars Steve Martin, Mars Short, and Chevy Chase as three out-of-work silent film actors who are mistaken for real heroes by a small Mexican village that's hires them to fight bandits here. You got Martin Short who plays like the youngest and most naive of the trio, and his chemistry with Steve Martin and Chevy Chase is great. Obviously, just like I said in my Steve Martin video, this is probably coming that would not get made today. But it definitely has some fun laughs to it. It is really entertaining. Directed by John Landis. I mean, it's a really fun one there. Alright, number 3 is, of course, Saturday Night Live. Now, he's had some really fun, memorable, original characters. He also played real-life people. Like, most recent, he actually played Kamala Harris's husband, Doug, on SNL in recent years. Which, perfect there. I mean, really, they definitely had cool chemistry. Like, Maya Rudolph and Marshall both have really solid chemistry with one another. But yes, SNL, like, his definitely some of his fun SNL gigs. He actually only joined for like a single season, but left a lasting impact throughout. And obviously, he will go on to appear on SNL again down the line. In most recent years, like I said, he of course recently played Kamala Harris's husband. He appeared on the SNL 50th anniversary special. I mean, he still obviously pops up here and there, and he of course co-hosted with Steve Martin a few years back. I mean, he is again. His SNL days wasn't like as long as let's say Steve Martin's was or Eddie Murphy's or anything, but he definitely left a really fun impression on SNL and all. All right, number 2 is Follow the Bride. Now, I'm actually going to go with the first one. Second one's okay, but I'm going to choose the first one. Here, of course, you got Morris Short, who plays Frederick Elghofer, who's a flamboyant, eccentric wedding planner with an over-the-top European accent here. And his on-screen chemistry with Steve Martin, again, really hilarious. Definitely has some fun moments in this. It's a really decent fun role of his. And it was also cool to see him reprise his role for the Follow the Bride 3-ish that they did during the pandemic. So, there's that. And my number 1 favorite Martin Short project is none other than Jiminy Glick and Lalawood. This movie is hilarious. It is a mockumentary-style comedy where fictional celebrity interviewer Jiminy Glick bumbles his way to the Toronto International Film Festival, harassing real-life celebrities here. I mean, you had loads of celebrities making cameos, like, you had the likes of William Dafoe, Steve Martin, Kurt Russell, Sharon Stone, Forrest Whitaker. I mean, this movie was, of course, also directed by Vadim Jain, and yeah, Jiminy Glick's. Of course, Marshall is very unrecognizable as a character. Like, the really fun prosthetics he used in this is really hilarious. I mean, he actually did reprise his role in recent times. I think it was on Jimmy Kimmel, if I'm not mistaken, where he reprised his role. I mean, he still really plays his part well. They should really actually do a whole new Jimmy Glick sequel. Like, I would love to see him interviewing like modern celebrities now. Like, that could be pretty cool. But yeah, Jimmy Glick is a really fun one. I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, definitely give that one a go. But that's pretty much it there. Here is my quick rundown. Number 10, Beauty and the Beast, A Dirty Celebration. 9 Hairspray Live, 8 Treasure Planet, 7 Jungle to Jungle, 6 Mars Attacks, 5 Only Murders in the Building, 3 Amigos, 4 Three Amigos, my bad, 3 SNL, 2 Follow the Bride, and number 1 Jiminy Glick in Lollywood. Now, there's also other ones I could have added to on the TV front. He, of course, appeared on Modern Family, Taxi, The Love Boat, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Weeds. That really felt a little John Mulaney sitcom that didn't really last long called Mulaney. Of course, he did appear on the SNL 40th and 50th anniversary special. Maya Marty. He also reprised his role as Jimmy Glick on Real Time with Bill Maher, not Jimmy Kimmel. My bad. Of course, he's really good as a host on Match Game. Film front, of course, he was in Inherent Vice, Aquaman Lost Kingdom, whatever. That was not so good. Let's see. The Willoughbys, The Addams Family, and the aforementioned Inherent Vice, The Wind Rises, Spiderwick Chronicles. I was actually big with Santa Claus 3. I mean, the first two are the best. Not really too big with the third one, to be honest here. A Simple Wish, Captain Ron, Who Remembers Clifford? Not to be confused with the Big Red Dog, the other Clifford, where he plays like a 10-year-old here. I mean, the guy's always amazing. But let me let you guys, what is some of your favorite Mars Short film and TV projects? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. This is Timmy Simon.